So then, we'll get on with it because I think everyone's eager to get back on and play. This is obviously a fireside chat for those of you that have never seen one before. This is basically where we all get together, and you can see you've got 3 upper staff members and all you guys in the chat. And what we do is we go through what's been happening on the server, what is coming to the server, and any little updates and little things we've changed and stuff like that. So that is effectively what we do. We run these roughly once a month. This is the second one this month because this is a bit of an impromptu update. We did pencil this in for yesterday originally for something that isn't even going to get released today, unfortunately, because it isn't quite finished yet. But we have still got some stuff for you anyway. So, firstly, I want to talk about the fact that we have hit 800 members on the server. In fact, I think we're up to 812 now last time I checked, which when you consider 7-8 weeks ago, we were still sitting around the 400 mark. So we have effectively doubled in size in the last sort of 6 to 8 weeks, which is obviously massive for the server. And you're all seeing that on the server itself, where we've hit 50. We've hit the player cap. The first time Archaios has ever hit the player cap, and we hit it multiple times today, which is absolutely fantastic. We are, if we can hold these numbers, hold the sort of high 40s, we will then look to increase the server player cap. Obviously, the issue with that is the money aspect of things, the financial side of things. But as most of you will know, we've got a Patreon set up, and people like Sav who are in here, they've got their little purpley pinky name, and they are investors, and they actually help in us running this server with donations, which is absolutely fantastic. We can't say thank you enough to them guys, because it makes the decision of upping the player cap a lot easier, which obviously we all want. We want to up the player cap, have more people around, because that eventually opens up the rest of the map as well, which is going to be fantastic. So a massive thank you to everyone. Obviously, keep inviting people, keep inviting your friends that you play with and everything else. And let's see what we can get up to in terms of player numbers over the next couple of months, and in terms of server population. That being said, we're now going to move on to a bit of general housekeeping. And these are just general things that we've noticed within the server that we need to just remind the community of, remind older players, inform new players, and basically, so I'm just gonna run through them nice and quickly. So questions should be kept in the help desk and not put in local or any such channel, especially complicated questions regarding profiles. Questions regarding potential reports, however, do not belong there. These should be in a report. Obviously, if you think that something should be reported and you're on the fence and you're not quite sure, just report it anyway, and we'll do our best to obviously take your opinion into account. If you feel like a player deserves a bit of a more lenient punishment, we'll take that into account. We're willing to work with people on that. Do not put excessive chatter in channels not intended for them. These channels, such as nesting, herd finder, pack finder, we're noticing a lot of chatter going on in there. These channels are basically for the nest or for the herd finder. It's not for the chatter. If you want to be invited to a herd or want to be invited to a pack, then ping that person in local and just say, look, can I join your pack? Can I join your herd? Can I take an egg, or whatever it is like that? While we enjoy seeing everyone talking and everything like that, it gets hard for people to actually see what herds and what packs are online. Obviously that makes it harder for them to find players. Global in-game chat is for assistance requests only, such as being stuck in terrain or wanting marks. Profile questions, chat, etc. do not belong in global. Global can also be used to ask other players clarifying questions about their behavior, such as, are you making a territorial challenge or just being aggressive? If the other player does not match your diet and cannot be asked in local. Local should always be used if possible. Okay? The 30% health rule, we have a picture of it in the resources, so make sure you go back and just double check that. That is a required point of a forfeit in any altercation. You should not be putting your animal's life on the line for any fight. You can always return to re-challenge for mates, territory, food, whatever it is you challenged for initially. You cannot re-challenge if you're dead. Obviously, if you go below this 30% mark, you start to break, I think it's rule S1 or C1, one of them. Which is the survival rule, the
Value for life.
Yeah, thank you, Sphinx, the value for life rule. So please be aware of that. If you hit 30%, as Flower has put in the chat, this is where you should be cutting off and going, you know what, I can't win this fight. I'm gonna save my dinosaur and potentially come back later and re-challenge for that territory if I feel a bit more confident later. Spawned bodies do not stop or impede combat unless you are a lower or equal tier than the body. Okay, so spawned bodies are equal to a mid-tier. Okay, and they only stop hunts on mid-tiers or below. They do not stop hunts on apexes. They do not stop hunts on high tiers. They only stop hunts on mid-tiers or below. Okay, we have had a few issues where herbivores are actively running to these spawned bodies. Yeah, the corpses. And the spawned corpses. We've had a few instances where herbivores are running to these bodies to stop a carnivore hunting them, which is completely unrealistic. As a herbivore, you are not going to be running to a corpse. It's highly unrealistic, and obviously we want to try and stop that as much as we can. That is all. That is all for general housekeeping, unless Flower or Sphinx has something to add on to it.
Nope, you pretty much covered everything, but I did want to let you know, I texted Tex and I just heard back from her and she said the second thing is a go.
The second thing is a go. Sweet.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay. I should probably change my document, but I'm going to try and remember that. Okay. So, little changes we've done. So these are things that we are putting, or we have done already, within the server coding, or it's little things that have run during the last month, such as events and stuff like that. So we've had reports from multiple members of the community that growth timers for low tiers are a little bit too low. As a result, playing out the profile as they'd like isn't possible, and they'd like these growths slowed down a tad. So this is stuff like your Deinons, your Thals, your Latons. People are saying, can we have a little bit longer on the hatchling stage, on the juvenile stage, because we can't play those out. They're really quick. They're like 5, 10, 15 minutes, and that's it. It's done. So people want to play out those profiles a little bit longer and get. They want time for infant side and all the other little quirks that these profiles have. So what we're doing is we're going to adjust all low tiers to a flat base rate of 1.5 hours, which if you've grown Apache on the server, Apache is the standard 1.5, so all low tiers are now going to be changed to the 1.5 growth tier. And we hope that this will lead to a much better experience of the low tiers across all these low tier profiles. Okay, so if you're growing a Danon or a Layton or anything like that, it's gonna be what it's gonna be 1.5 hours. Okay, 1.5. Okay. When we added PT Rex, there were massive issues with its stamina pool, and this was all on PT's side. This was all on the mod side. We adjusted the coding to give Rex the boost it needed, and it worked. Since then, however, PT have then fixed the default default values for Rex. And what that's done is, because we never updated the coding after this update, it made Rex incredibly OP with its stamina. It can outrun pretty much everything, including Paras. Paras couldn't escape. Nothing could escape a PT Rex. So what we have done is we are now reverting our line of coding back to the original coding from PT. So this new updated default settings that PT have done, Rex has now got them. Okay, so it's not necessarily, it's not gone back to what it was way back months ago, but it's back to what PT wants it to be. If it still causes a little bit of issues, we'll either reduce it, nerf it a little bit more, or we'll buff it a bit if it's a little bit too low. But obviously, Rex should now be in a better position for realism. In all honesty, I've seen pictures of the. I think Sav did it. Sav did a really good picture of how far Rex can run in comparison to other Apexes, and it's like 3 times the amount in terms of stamina. So we've completely gutted it, taken it back to PT's defaults, and hopefully that should now help in bringing PT back in line with a realism standpoint. In terms of the albino stuff that we were discussing in the last Fireside and a little bit sort of the week before that, we are still very much working on this document. For those that don't know, we are building a disease, disability, and birth defect document. This is to enhance the realism side of things and also include how you act out certain situations. If you're an albino, if you've got a deformed leg, any of these things that you want to have a go at acting out, basically. But yeah, so this is still ongoing. It's gonna be coming out. Hopefully we can get it done by the next update, although I can't promise it. It might be sort of mid next month that it comes. There is a lot of it for us to go through. We are going to talk with the benefactors and investors a little bit more regarding it to ensure that we get a wide range of stuff that you can play out within Path of Titans. It's obviously very hard to play out stuff that the game doesn't have. So how can we do it where you can play some of these stuff out? Yeah.
Everybody has different opinions about, the albinos, and as our last poll was pretty sporadic. So we're just taking a little bit of extra time to make sure that we can put forward something that we think everybody will be happy with.
Yeah. Okay. So, we've been asked several times for an interaction ping. You guys keep asking us, can we have an interaction ping? Can we have an interaction ping? I want an interaction, but I've got to wait ages because there's no staff or staff haven't noticed it or something like that. And we've been asked for this interaction ping for a couple of months now. Similarly to how we were with the help desk ping. So we've, obviously in the last Fireside, we put the help desk ping in. In this Fireside, we're going to be putting in the interaction ping. So if you make a help desk and it's for an interaction, you can then tag this role, which I'll put in chat. So if you tag that role, if any of the staff members are clocked on, because they have to clock on and clock off, if they are clocked on to that role, then they will obviously come to your aid a lot sooner than what it would be in previous times. So that is something we have done.
You can also see. Oh, sorry to interrupt. You can also see if there are any staff members who have that ping when you open up your when you have your help desk ticket in front of you and then you type in the ping. You should see on the player list on the side, names should appear, and that will tell you if anybody is clocked in currently on that. So if you put in that ping and you don't see any names appear on the player list on the side of your ticket, that means nobody's currently available.
Okay, so that is the interaction ping. So the recent pumpkin event finished last night, and we had a wonderful amount of you take part. The amount of tickets we had with pictures of pumpkins was absolutely insane. Honestly, there must have been about 20 tickets, 25 tickets, something like that. And poor
it feels
Flower.
a little empty now that they're gone.
It does feel empty now they're done. Poor Flower had to go through every single one of them and hand out tokens and everything like that. So obviously a very well done to all that participated, and in particular to our top 4, which was obviously Shapeshifter, who finished first. They passed on the grand prize to second place, who was Wisteria. They have received, I believe they received, or they are receiving their gift voucher. Foxy came in third. What was that, Flower?
I said she got to pick her gift card, and she chose a $25 PlayStation gift card.
There we go. So that's Wisteria in second. Foxy came up in third, and Ivy in fourth. So that was the pumpkin event. With that event being over, we have a new event arriving in the next 24 to 48 hours. Again, headed by Flower. This will be a photography event where we are looking to improve our invitation banner and Discord banner. So if you all scroll to the top, it might not show. No, it's not going to show right now. No. But anyway, normally on the sidebar, we have a Discord banner that's currently a picture of a Serato. I think that was a picture taken by Confused B a while ago. B will correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that was by B a while ago. We're looking to change that every month, so this photography event is going to run pretty much every month as well. But obviously the invitation banner, that's only going to be for this one. So first prize for this one will be obviously the invitation banner and something else. Second place will be the Discord banner on this one. Next time it'll be Discord banner will be the first place. Flower will give a lot more details on this event when she announces it either later tonight or tomorrow. Okay, so that is that event. Growth timers to be added to the resources channel. A lot of you have asked for this. A lot of you want to know how long it's going to take to grow your dinosaurs. We are going to collate everything together, and over the next couple of days, we are going to put all growth timers into the resources channel. When you get asked for something so many times, you can only say no so many times, can't you? So this will be coming. It's not quite ready yet. We haven't got all of them sorted yet, and we've got to tweak a couple of them. And then once that's all done, we'll put them into the resources. Okay? So that is the growth timers. What have we got going on in the chat?
Lots of talking. Just to let you guys know, though, when I'm holding my photography contest, I know you said that PC gamers kind of have the edge on taking pictures, which I understand. But I just want to let you know that first place winners get a Discord Nitro for a month, courtesy via Dratch. And whoever wins, you're more than happy to just give it to your friend that doesn't have Nitro if you want to save it for yourself. That way, so like maybe you can kind of smooth up to some friends and see if they can take nice pictures of you.
Ivy, I see you keep saying PC winners. Just because PC gamers have obviously better graphics, it does not mean that a PC screenshot is going to win it. Okay, does not mean that.
Yep.
Everyone.
I guess I should. Oh, I'm sorry.
Everyone gets a fair vote, and it won't be. Not necessarily will be a PC gamer. Do you want to add on to that, Flower?
Yes, I was just gonna say that the photos will be voted by the community. It's really up to you guys who wins, and they will be theme based. So whoever can display the theme the best.
Okay. That ends the changes and updates portion. Okay. Moving on to probably the thing that you're all here for, isn't it? The releases. There's never a Fireside Chat and no releases there. There's always a release. Let's have some guesses. What release do you reckon I'm doing? We got Ramp, Cap Pro, Kilo, Ramp, Taco, Ramp, Champ. We're not releasing Champ, not yet. Ramp, Capro, a Kilo.
It's too powerful. Can't release it.
Can't release Champ just yet. Sharkbird. a kilo ramp. UT's already out. Acro, Sarchi, Compy, Rat, UT, Sarchi, Aquatics. Aquatics wouldn't have been a bad shout, would it?
Who
Okay.
is Jamal?
I
And
don't.
why are we releasing Jamal? What has Jamal done to be locked up in the first place?
Kaiwekia. Kaiwekia. I didn't think I'd see anyone say Kai. Okay, so obviously those of you that are saying the likes of Sachi and Kai and Aquatics, you all know that Aquatics aren't coming until we finish the current profiles we're still updating. So it's not it's not Aquatics, not yet. We're nearly there, and with the way the server's growing, obviously that water biome's going to be so much better. So with more people, so it makes sense for us to wait that little bit longer. Wait that little bit longer. Okay. As we all know, Ramp was released a few days ago. Staff and community alike seemed really interested in it. Testing started almost immediately, with 3 staff members combining, pretty much begging for the chance to write a profile. And well, we decided we were going to challenge them. They were going to write a profile, include its coding, its growth timers, absolutely everything for it. Yeah? And if they could bring me that profile within 48 hours, I would consider Ramp. Okay? YouTube challenge for real. I should have recorded it, shouldn't I? But yeah, so that's basically the condition they had if they wanted Ramp. And I'm pleased to say they absolutely smashed it out the park. And in probably around 30 hours total, they wrote a profile that we are happy to release to all of you. Honestly, they were sat in those VCs for probably a good 24 hours straight. B, Val, Sunny, all of them in there testing, writing the profile. Like, I couldn't believe the amount of work they did just for this profile. Absolutely fantastic work they did. So, at the end of this Fireside Chat, Ramp will be available to play. The profile will be in the profile section, and it will be on the server. Okay? Ramp is the release. But wait! There's more! There is more! There is another profile that is coming out today. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to give you this as the clue. That is your clue.
Oh my god. I didn't hear anything.
It's not, if you've got to be watching.
Oh. Oh,
I
get it.
have put my hands over my ears. That is the clue. What are we thinking this profile is? And yes, it is a dinosaur. What dinosaur is it? We are all going a kilo. You're all going a kilo.
Gosh, this chat is moving so quick.
You might have not been that clear.
I don't think
another one.
I don't think that was clear enough, was it?
You might need to give him another one.
Why are you saying Iggy? Iggy's already out.
Okay, now people are starting to catch on of what I'm talking about. That is right. We have been hounded for this profile for so long. We've seen multiple suggestions. We've seen it in local chat, God knows how many times. And Confused Bee, every single day, was on at me and text for it. Every day.
That's
Even-
your sign, ladies and gents. Peer pressure works. Continue.
Even when the profile was wrote and we were still debating whether we were going to add it, every day, B was on us. Can I release Taco? Can we release Taco? Can we release Taco? And because B is one of the ramp profile writers, we obviously said, fix ramp, get ramp going with Sunny and Val, and we'll do a double release. So B wrote the profile, presented it to me and Tex and the rest of the staff. We love it. We think it's great. And without further ado, the second dinosaur joining Archaios Archipelago today is going to be Taco, again, available after the event. Okay, so it's available after the Fireside. But honestly, I think they twisted my arm quite a lot for these two profiles, didn't they, Sphinx and Flower? They really went at me with these two.
Yeah, I came home from work one day and there was like 150 messages in the staff area, and it was all about these two things.
I remember
Okay.
coming. I went to sleep one night, and then I woke up the next morning, and they were still in VC, and I was like, Jesus Christ, go to
Yeah.
bed. But no.
Yeah. They honestly, I went to bed at my time, which is early for B, early in the evening for B, and when I woke up, like 8, 9, 10 hours later, B was still there, working away, and Val had left her to go to sleep, and had come back, and they just went straight back into working. So honestly, the work these guys have been doing, and Sunny as well. Sunny had a major part in doing the testing and writing the profile. The work they did to get ramp out in 30 hours, 48 hours, you know what I mean? Absolutely fantastic. It's been ready to go since this morning. Very, very pleased with these guys. And also with the Taco profile. Again, massive props to the team doing that. So
I expect to see rats everywhere tonight. I expect to see rats everywhere. Sky rats and land rats.
there is going to
I
be
wish I could.
there is going to be a lot of low tiers on tonight.
I just want to preface, I know that there's a lot of concerns about the flying rat and all of its abilities and stuff. 100% the profile was written in a way that these cannot be abused. And if you see somebody not acting out with the profile, abusing these abilities, we are not a PvP server, guys. So please make sure that you are staying on top of your profile. Correct your little pack mates if you feel like they're not doing that, and you can always put in a report as well.
Okay. So, normally, this is where we end the Fireside Chat. We do a few questions, and then we end it here. Not today. There is one more thing that we're going to put out. And it's a reward for the server. Because the server has hit 800 community members, as requested, we have considered and are going to open up the Carnivore Apex applications. These are going to be open for 2 weeks at the moment, and we'll see what sort of applications we get. Now, obviously, there are some questions to it. Please be sure you answer all the questions. And yeah, Carnivore Apex applications will be open after this Fireside.
Now, I do have a quick question. Are we still sticking with the time limit?
The time, as in you need to be playing on here for a month.
Yes.
We can do a case by case basis based on their activity level on the server as well as what their record looks like.
Yeah, we'll go case by case. The longer you've been in the server, the more likely you are to be accepted if you are a new member. If you've been in here 2 days, unlikely to be accepted compared to somebody who's been in here 3 weeks. Okay, we'll do it back. We'll do it case by case. If we have any verbal warnings on record, if we have any bot warnings on record, and you're within that first month, it's going to be an automatic refusal, just so you're aware. If you're over that month, we'll judge you like we always do. We'll do it like we always do. Okay?
Yeah. Sorry to all the super new people, but it's just the way to ensure our ecosystem doesn't go topsy-turvy.
Yeah. It doesn't
Feel
mean
free
don't.
to still apply, but
Yeah, it doesn't mean don't apply, because there is a chance that if we've seen you on the server and we've seen you doing good stuff and you've been playing all right and all that, there's all the chances, especially if you've played with a staff member. All the staff members on quite a lot, actually, especially over the last couple of days. So
we're always watching.
That's not
exactly.
ominous at all.
So if you have been here for 2 days, still put an application in, and we'll still consider you, but just be aware that it's less likely to be accepted than somebody that's been here 3 weeks and has nothing wrong, hasn't done anything wrong. I saw
Make
a
sure you put your
question.
best effort into it. Go ahead, Vert.
I saw a question regarding staff applications. Where was that? When will the next staff application chance? Okay, so staff applications are also going to be opening up. If you feel like you want to be a staff member, then you can apply to be a staff member. We will be going through them in the next couple of weeks. Obviously, we still have 2 trainees. One is here with us now in Champs, and the other, Burrito, is also hanging around somewhere. Champs' training is going to be a little bit further behind because of some personal stuff he's got going on, so we'll do training with Champs a little bit later. Normally, we like to do all trainees and then bring the next load in, but obviously, Champs is a special thing. In terms of Burrito's going to be trained up and going to be promoted into their role should they pass the training, and then we will bring the new ones on. So get your applications in now, nice and early. Over the next week or so, we're going to be basically crash coursing Burrito through their training, and we'll be getting them up to standard as soon as possible. I've started doing that now, but Burrito is helping me with a report currently. But yeah, so if you want to be a staff member, please put an application in. We will consider you regardless of how long you've been here. There are some rules to it. Please obviously check those. There are some things to it, I believe. If you need a lowdown of what each role does, then we have the staff team channel that has everything in there of what every role does and how they operate within the Archaios Archipelago. The age requirement is indeed 16, I believe. I think it's 18, but we will consider 16 and 17-year-olds on a case-by-case basis. Okay. And people that have been staff members here before. Sorry, Flower. Do you want to?
Go ahead.
People who have been here have been staff members here before. You've got Ivy. There are a couple of others that have been staff members previously, so they can all attest, and they can help you through them first couple of weeks if you need it. And obviously, we've got the likes of Flower, who is an advisor, who is a very good point of call for anyone that wants to be staff. Okay. Is there anything else that you two want to touch on before I go into questions?
Not really. I think we're all good.
I think so.
Okay,
I
so
think we can start going into questions if anybody else has any.
does anybody have any questions? You want me to say clock? What if I'm 15 and 11 months? Then no. You have to be minimum 16. Yes. Okay, somebody's spamming yes. What,
What are we so excited about? I'm confused.
are there any
Just ask your
questions?
question. Put your question in.
Yeah, just put the question in. Is someone taking
Vox is like
notes?
bouncing in his chair right now.
This video, this what I see in front of me right now on the screen, this is being recorded and so will be on YouTube so that you can see it that way. And I'm sure one of the staff members will write up notes using this video to do so.
Yeah, we try to release a document for you guys, so you'll be able to read it there.
I do actually have a document wrote up as well. It just doesn't have the questions part on it. So the questions part will need to be filled in by the person that does the rest of the things. So, if the population stays up to 50, will the map be opened? I think we haven't quite decided on what level of population is going to open the map completely. If it stays around the high 40s, we will definitely be adding more player slots in. And then as it reaches higher levels, sort of 70 sort of area, that's when we're likely to go, okay, yeah, we're holding this, we're doing it really well. Let's open the map, okay? That's the best way. Going to apply to be an educator to fix the spelling mistakes. Are there notes for this? Answered. Will ramp be added? Jude, have you missed some of the fireside, Jude? Can we get a bottle of water? I knew somebody was going to ask for a bottle of water. Any others? Okay, Playing Dead is deaf and cannot hear this. Okay, that's fair. We'll definitely put a document out as well. Okay.
We have a question from Ivy as well.
I'm just getting down to it. I'm
Do you
coming
have
down
any
slowly.
Yep.
Go on, you go
Not
for
too
it.
fast.
Do you have any sort of time frame for when the semi-aquatic dinos and stuff will be added, like when they will start developing Capros, Sarco, and Kai, and that weird shark-looking thing to be added soon? Well, Sarco's already in, but as far as the other ones, it'll probably be a couple months out at least. So not too terribly far away if you're able to be patient, but it's definitely not right away.
So, adding on to that, if we manage to get all the profiles updated that we want to do for the next Fireside that's coming, if we get all of those done, which are being worked on now, if we can get all of those done, we will be at least 2 months ahead of the initial roadmap that we made. So the initial roadmap had us going to June. So if we get all these profiles done, and when I say June, I mean release date would be the start of July. So if we get all these updates done, technically April, the release date for April will be... Is that right? No, the release date for April. May. The May release date, we should be completely finished with profiles, provided we get everything that we are doing this time done. What else have we got? Have we got any
I got
others?
a question by Firepaw. Firepaw says, my question is primarily about UD healing calls. UDs have 2 healing calls, one that is personal and one that is for the group. It isn't directly touched upon within the rules. They can be used super overpowered when overused and cause the mishap during the terror dispute we have. Will something be added into the rules on that? I remember you saying you prefer only 1 healing call in your rules per engagement.
Yeah, so 1 healing call. Plain and simple. 1 healing call during any form of combat. Whether it's your stamina regen or whether it's your health regen, only 1. And once you've used it,
This includes lambda as well.
Yeah, and it should be used before you reach threshold. If you reach the 30% threshold and you haven't used it, you're to forfeit your fight, obviously,
Too
if
late.
you're a carnivore.
Yep. If you've already reached the point of forfeit, you don't get to have a free pass. Forfeit is the final line in the sand. You reach that point, it's too late to use your heal call. You need to disengage.
And yes, Alpha, it is for everything. This includes Lambio as well. So Lambio, you only get one healing call as well.
Will you do events for aquatics like feeding parties or like migrating pods? When we add aquatics, events like that will surely be around. Oh, I see Sphinx has already answered that. My bad. Will you be adding Absentius Acrocanthosaurus for Apex Carni? At the moment, Acro hasn't been discussed. Like I said, we're prioritizing the profiles we do have and updating them to where they need to be in terms of the quality and also the formatting. Some mods have been discussed. Absentia Acro is not one of them. Again, like you say, it is a Giga, and basically that's part of the reason as to why we're not going to be looking at that one first. We're going to look at filling out the ecosystem from the bottom up. We should probably have slow mode on here because I cannot keep up with this. How long will staff applications be open? Like, when is the latest time I can apply? Staff applications are likely to be open for at least a month and a half. We probably take people on during that. Again, it all depends on how fast we get through Burrito's training and that sort of stuff. So yeah, about a month and a half, I'm hoping. I want to allow enough people to have the time to think about, do they want to be a staff member? Are they okay with the pressures of a staff member? Because I'm not going to be one of these owners that sugarcoats things and says it's great and everything like that. It can be a lot of hard work. Obviously, the more you put in, you know this yourself, Ivy, the more you put in, the more you get out. But obviously, the more work and the more time you have to put in to do that. There are disagreements between staff members. There's all kinds of things that comes with being a staff member. Obviously, these disagreements don't cause any rifts or anything like that. We always sort things out and whatever else. But it's just the nature of running a server. In all honesty, it's the same as working with somebody in real life, in a workspace. Like, you argue with somebody and you go back to working as normal. But I don't want anyone to have this false view that being a staff member is great and all this kind of stuff. It's great in certain aspects. It's really bad in other aspects.
It's very rewarding, but it can be very we can get some tensions.
Yeah.
And then you also get tired a lot.
Yeah. Obviously, because we're a short-staffed team at the moment, we could do with several other people. We do experience a little bit of burnout across the staff team, so that kind of thing happens as well. So I don't want to give a false representation of what being a staff member is like. I don't want you to come in thinking it's going to be sunshine and daisies, and it's really not. The arguments that have been had between staff members, particularly me and Tex, like, you guys wouldn't know this. Me and Tex argue probably more than any other staff pairing. The brilliant thing about me and Tex is we can always sort things out and get back on a level where we can run this server, because we both want what's best for the server at the end of the day. And
yeah,
that's
I know I
just
bump heads with B quite a bit. Love
yeah.
you, B, but we do sometimes disagree about some things.
At the end of the day, we all
We're
want
all
what's
just a bunch of bulls in a field.
exactly. We all
We
want what's
randomly butt
best for
heads.
this. We want what's best for this server and the longevity of this server, and inevitably, everyone's got different ideas of how to do that, and it's about compromise and, okay, we'll try this. If that don't work, we'll try this. And sometimes it's like, okay, I want to try this first, and Tex might want to try that first, and then it becomes a bit of a back and forward where it becomes into a bit of an argument. But we always sort it out, and it always goes back to how we are now. I mean, we haven't had an argument for a couple of days.
I mean, yeah, especially like I've known most of the staff here for quite a while. And if y'all don't know, Texan's my best friend. We've known each other for probably around 8 years or so. So we definitely argue sometimes.
yeah,
So yeah, it's like Bert said. It's all about putting you guys first.
We have another question that may have gotten missed, Verk. I'm going to respond to it in chat.
okie dokie. Okay. Okay, if you're responding to it. Okay, where is it? I appreciate you touching on that. It clears a lot up. I always tried to not use it a lot, but miscommunication and multiple pack members using it causes an overwhelming advantage when we can regain 60, 65. Yeah. Will there be separate rules regarding calls like coagulation and tyrant's roar that add resistances or increases group damage? It opens up balancing opportunities if they are differentiated rule-wise. So attacking calls, we haven't really decided that we're going to cut them down, because although they add a bit of attack on, they don't add too much, not to the level that these healing calls are doing. Okay, so like we might get maybe a 20%, because obviously when we have these, write these profiles, we take into account stuff like Tyrant's Roar and stuff like that, and Bark and all those. So we make sure that hunting parties don't overstack these calls too much. Now, obviously, when it comes to healing calls, it's slightly different. In by just one healing call can, as you say, put you up 60, 65%. So we will look into some of the more attacking ones and see if some of our hunting parties are maybe a little bit too close to sort of 50, 60% damage increase. And if they are, then we'll look to drop them down as well. Hopefully that answers your question. Again, you'll slow down, blah, 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 one of our ears. Taking a break.
Responded to a new one as well.
Arguing and disagreements are common. The important part is how you handle the situation and work through it. Exactly that. And we always work through them together. Okay, I have missed another Ivy question. And for Apex applications, is keeping the ecosystem stable things still in play? Since we have like 800 plus members and, well, it is only one day, we have hit the max player cap multiple times today and a ton of new members who are obviously vying for dinosaurs like Rex and Giga. Already see a lot of Rexes and Gigas around, and field notes also present how many of them are already out. However, for Herbies, there is rarely any of them that I see. What's an idea of how many Carney applications will be accepted? Okay. Yes, keeping the ecosystem stable is still a thing. Hence why, when I commented on the acro earlier, I said we're going to be looking at filling out the bottom of the ecosystem before we look at the top, which is why we were so quick on ramp and slower on a kilo. Will a kilo come? That depends on the Utah mod. In terms of your question, what's an idea of how many Carney Apex applications will be accepted? Honestly, I can't really answer that. And the reason I can't answer that is I don't know what applications are going to come in. I might have 50 applications and only one of them be good. You know what I mean? We won't be accepting as many as last time. Last time we went through this, we accepted, I think it was close on 160, 178.
Pretty much everybody.
Yeah. This time it's not going to be that many. I would probably
be a little bit more competitive.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot more competitive. It's probably going to be closer around the 40, 50 mark, if that. Again, it depends on the quality of the applications, who's putting them in, have they got warnings, have they answered every question, blah, 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 blah. So it's very situational that I can give you an answer on that. It might be 20, it might be 30, it might be 40. But it certainly will not be above 50, if we can help it. Will you do giveaways like free growths and tokens? Yes, we always do that. Sphinx runs quite a few of them actually. I think, in fact, I think MD's in here. MD actually got a Apex ticket
Voucher.
through giveaways. So
Yeah, we do
we
little
definitely do
events
them.
where even if you don't get your Apex application, say in the next couple of days or next couple of weeks while we have these applications open, if you don't get it, you can still get an Apex later on down the line during these voucher events where I run around on a juvenile that you have to track down and kill. So if you can track down and kill that juvenile while that event is active, then you get essentially that juvenile added to your roster. You can grow one dinosaur, one Apex. And we do others like these as well. We do bounty hunts, which can give you tokens, coins, as well as grows. Sometimes we give out items specifically, but no, we do a lot of them. They're a little bit
Yeah.
sparse recently, but
I will be looking into organizing another scavenger hunt as well. If y'all didn't know, the winners, Shapeshifty and Wisteria, got a total of 28,000 tokens just through the scavenger hunt. So,
so
okay.
if you're gonna be begging anybody for coins, you know who? Cough cough.
Firepaw
That's a joke, by the way.
says, if you ever need help testing, balancing, I would love to help. Fell in love with this server after joining. Massively appreciate the kind words. In terms of testing, what we do is we normally test it internally as staff, and then we branch out and involve the benefactors and investors. These are guys that are putting money into the server and to keep the server going, so we tend to use them first. If we still need to do further testing and we need the extra hands, so to speak, then yes, we will put it out to a first come first served community basis. Though normally between the investors, benefactors, and the staff, there is normally enough people. But on the odd occasion, we have had one before where I think when Conk had its update going back last year, we did have something like 15 people testing Concavenator at the same time. So we do
yeah.
it. We do it, but it's not very often for the community side of things. I think we did it with Serato and Allosaurus as well, didn't we?
Yeah,
If
we
I'm
We
had
did
right.
it.
When we were testing a profile thing potentially for rivalry between the species. We had like essentially a mosh pit test.
Yeah. And I think I also did a testing with Picno when we were trying to buff Picno to fit their profile.
Okay.
See, there was another question. Can we have any info on what dinosaurs will have their profiles redone soon? Also, y'all are glitching out, so I likely won't be able to hear you. Oop.
I think every now and
Let's see.
then mics are jumping about.
Should I give a little sneak peek into one of the profiles I'm doing, Burke? Or what do you think?
Yeah, you can give one.
Let's see, Suko or Paki, y'all? All right, I think I see majority Paki. Don't say anything more than once. I need to be able to count accurately.
It's about even.
Yeah, it
it's
But I
is.
think
even.
slightly more patchy. Slightly
All
more.
right. All right, so we're gonna do Paki. All right. There will be 2 profiles for Paki. That's your hint.
I think they've already guessed what that means, Sphinx.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
That
let's see
that's
here.
that's it. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting, guys. That's it. That's all you're getting on Packy. That's it. Go on.
All
Read
right,
them. Read
I-
read them a paragraph, Sphinx. Go on.
Read him a paragraph of which one? Suko
Packy.
or Packy?
Packy.
All right, let me open it up. I gotta dig the profile out.
The Fireside has been
Let's
going
see.
on 55 minutes. I know.
Let's see here. We have hatchling or juvenile. Those are the two done of the spicy or carnivore profile. So, juvie. All right. So this is the juvenile for carnivore. As they grow larger, the rush to secure their own survival begins to fade, and packy juveniles begin to relax more. Juveniles will begin to be more friendly over time, and eventually more
You're.
siblings of theirs. If they're what?
Your mic went for me then. I don't know whether it was going for everyone else. It jolted, yeah. You're cutting out, Sphinxy.
You're the one cutting out for me, Berg.
Am I? I think
It
it's
might
good.
just be that we've got so many people in the chat.
Yeah.
Our Discord is not used to this.
It might be a Discord side of thing. I don't know.
Let's see here. I am gonna post it in the chat then.
Yeah, we'll post
Also,
we'll
I
post it in
have
chat.
I have dark mode, so you might have to squint a little bit.
Okay, so that. Do we have any more questions outside of the profile? No. Sphinx.
All right. So not to interrupt, but I've got to go meet Texan. I'll see y'all.
Okay. Bye, Flower. Thanks for
Time
joining.
to start the server.
Yeah, bye.
I
You
just
will
want
find
to.
that out, Bob Ross, when you make your application.
I just want to touch back on Ivy's question regarding what profiles are coming up. Provided we get all profiles that we want to get done this month. Let me just double check this so I don't give you the false information. But if we get all profiles done, by this month that we want to get done, where is the roadmap? There it is.
It's wherever you put it. So
I know. Okay, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 profiles coming out on the 5th of April. Okay, so 7 profiles. So that, yeah, this is what I mean by if we get all this done as we want to get them done, then we will be 2 months ahead. So, and this is without
get a big drop.
This is without including Taco and Ramp that we've released today. That's including them two. Not including them two, sorry. I mean, you say we work fast, but this has taken months. This has taken months. Okay. Is it possible for you to make coffee over tea? Is it? Heck no. No. Cats or dogs? I'm easy on with both. I've got a cat. My parents have got a dog. So I'm easy on with both. Dasp or Rex? Dasp every day.
Should I revive the server?
Para WeWork? No, that's not a thing. No, I'm not admitting to coffee. Can't Commenting on Dasp. Dasp is legendary. What are you on about? Okay, Sphinx, start the server back up. Let's get it going again.
All right, server's starting up. It'll appear in a few minutes.
Has the profiles been opened up?
It will be in 2 seconds.
I love the freedom gif that's going on. Love that freedom gif.
View channel has been returned. You guys should be able to see profiles now. So go check them out.
Awesome. Like I said, Apex applications incoming. Staff application if you want to become a staff member. And all the other stuff that you can hopefully remember. Because I'm struggling. I'm tired. It's late for me. Okay. Thank you all for joining us for another Fireside Chat. We hope you all enjoyed this little update that, to be honest, we didn't plan for. Or at least we didn't plan for this to be it. We planned for something else to come out today, but that's not ready yet. So you got these two instead. Which, to be honest, I think you got the better draw. But yeah, thank you all for joining. I will be closing the stage momentarily. I look forward to seeing you all on the server where I can eat you as my Dasp.
Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the slow mode. Let those who are still here go wild. All right, everybody, stand by. Make sure you tag Verk every single time.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. That's it. Keep pinging me. Damn. As if you've done this to me. 10, 11, 12, 15, 16. Damn. Damn. That's not
They
very
do it
nice.
because we love you.
That's not
They
very
do it because
nice,
we love
Sphinx. That's not very nice, Sphinx. Bye, all.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for attending. It means so much to us. Thank you guys for being here.
On to the next milestone. 1,000 members.
That's not far away, though. Honestly,
It's not.
I'm so excited.
I reckon it. Honestly, I reckon it'll be here by. Oh, I reckon it'll be here by end of the week, end of next week. We're already at 812 last time I looked, so it's not going to be far away now. But goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Come back soon.
Bye.